Right. Good morning. Okay, everything's up and running. Oh, yesterday was a day. This week has been a week. How's everyone doing? What are your plans for the weekend? I got a new desk lamp in. Um, and since there isn't anyone here right now watching, I'm going to unbox it. So it has it clamps to the desk, so I can so there's nothing sitting on the desk because I have enough stuff that I have to have sitting on the desk. So ooh, that's got a sharp edge. Ooh, that's sharp. um there, that's all gone. So I just need to move a few things, and I'll do that afterwards, but move a few things so that I can prop this. Hopefully it will go right behind my monitors and then come over the top um so that I have task lighting over top of all of this tax stuff that I'm doing. So I mean, I measured, but I also measured my new chair that I have, the one that I'm sitting in, and it was not quite as tall as I thought it was going to be, even though I measured. And I'm no slouch with measuring tape. I understand how they work. But this is cool. It So I can get the light right where I need it to get in front of me for paperwork. The light that's behind me just isn't enough to see what I have going on. All right, so that's that. Any questions, pop them in the chat, let me know. In the meantime, I will just keep talking for like another 10 minutes. So yeah, I have the taxes and bookkeeping clients. And I'm trying to get through everyone, and I'm different than so I only take a certain number of tax clients a year. And I do that because when you give me your stuff, I'm not just gonna do I'm not just gonna do I'm not gonna just input the data, right? I'm actually going to look at it and say, hey, excuse me, boys. I'm actually going to look at it and say, hey, it looks like you're missing this, or it looks like you're missing this, or do you have anything else? Can we go back through and you think about what you've got and, feed me more information? Andy says, I need to get my stuff to you. That's more of a statement than a question. So yeah. Wilson, you're being a bully. No bullies in this house. You're not the daddy. You're not the mama. You behave yourself. I don't know if you guys could hear it, but he was being loud. He gets mad when Joey and Jamesy decide they want to play. And when Joey and Wilson play, Jamesy decides he's gonna chew on something he shouldn't be chewing on. So Mandy says, I'm gonna start sending some stuff over this weekend. Great. I've decided that I'm gonna run next year a little bit differently. Next year, if you want to do taxes with me, we're gonna do a consult, and it's gonna be included in the price, and that's just the way it's gonna be. That way we're both on the same page. I know you have all your stuff, and so yeah, because it's taken me a long time to go through and make sure that everything is there before I can ever get started. Mandy says, I'm more organized this year than last, and hopefully next year is even better. I'm sure it will be. Absolutely sure it will be. And for those of my clients that, have been with me for a few years and are on the ball, then we don't necessarily have to do an additional consult. But for anyone that I struggled with this year, or anyone that is not using my workbook, if you want me to do your taxes, then you're absolutely going to do a consult. And that's actually the biggest problems, because if you're using my workbook, then you're kind of guided throughout the year. Even if you just got it for at the end of the year and you're trying to go back, at least you're guided on what you need to get between the workbook, having all of the categories in it, and you just choose them. And it has the home office stuff in it. It's got the mileage calculator. It's got everything there that makes it super easy for you to just kind of say, oh, I need to get this. Oh, I need to get that. So that helps. I have the calculator for eBay to get that new total for end of year, to true up your platform fees. So just remember that no matter which platform you're on, you want to take your 1099 and subtract out what you actually received in your bank account. So your net transfers or your net sales, depending on which platform you're on, they change the wording. But you want to do that for every platform, because as I have found over the last few years, it doesn't matter which platform you're using. I don't know that I'm not going to say that they intentionally do it, but the only way that we can recapture all of the fees that we paid to them is by just subtracting the net transfers, what actually went into our bank account, from the 1099 or the gross sales. And those that I have been talking to so far, like if you're in the $30,000 range, it might add, a few $100s, which a few $100s is a few $100, right? If you are in the $100,000 range, then it's probably going to add a couple $1,000s. And then if you're in a couple up closer to $200,000 in sales on eBay, then it's going to add, closer to $4,000+. So it's definitely worth doing. You definitely want to look at that. And if you've already done your taxes, because this is a new report I was not aware of up until about 3 weeks ago. So if you've already done your taxes, you might want to go back and look at that again and file an amendment. All right, so I guess that's enough of me on my soapbox. Remember that taxes are not done at tax time. in order to reduce your tax liability, they are done all year long. So make sure that you either know what you've got going on, or you are constantly, not constantly, but you are in touch with your accountant and tax preparer, someone that is knowledgeable about tax preparation, about tax strategy and bookkeeping, so that they can help you stay on track. And if you don't have somebody, I'm here. I have a $25 a month membership group, and it gives you the opportunity to come in and ask some questions where it's not posted all over the place, where you have a little more privacy just with the members in the group, and we can have a little bit more in-depth conversations too. I guess we got a couple more minutes. Vic popped in. So I'm sure that Vic is probably in Texas now, visiting those grandbabies.
Yep, I made it last night, about 10.
Well, good morning.
Good
Enjoy the
morning.
babies and enjoy the weekend and spending time with your daughter.
Thank you.
It's always nice. I got to see my oldest daughter yesterday, and
Yay!
very pregnant.
Yay!
So she's due the middle of May with her third child, and so she'll have one turning 17 in May and one being born in May. And then there's one in the middle. So yeah. Woo.
Nice.
But I'm excited. I'm excited about it. She's happy about it. The grandkids are happy about it. So
Awesome.
all right. Well, I mean, it's just about that time. If we have any more questions, pop them in the chat. I've got a lot of stuff to get done today. I have someone coming to pressure wash this morning, and then I'm going to get to use the back deck. So I'll take my laptop up there and do some work from the deck. And the puppies are having a ball this morning. So hear that. I apologize, but you guys know they are absolutely part of my life, my business, and everything else that I do.
Supervisors.
Yeah, right. Yeah, if you hear him, that's Wilson. He thinks he's dad and has to correct everybody. Jamesy, stop it. All right, guys and gals. Thanks for coming this morning. Everyone have a great weekend. I'll see you back on Monday. And in the meantime, join the Facebook group and you can pop in questions in there. All right. Bye.
Bye.